Morning and welcome back via Diary on the Farm. Saturday morning, dust flying, yeah, and we're still combining. Yeah, well, we're getting fairly well on now with the wheat. Still some more spring baled to do. It's coming ready, so we shall be cutting some of that hopefully in the next week. But we shall still have some weeds, maybe what aren't quite fit, so we shall be leaving them a little longer. But yeah, this spell of good weather we're having, it's lasting, so that's good. But we could do with some rain because we haven't drilled any all-seed rape as yet, because we're waiting for some moisture, because we want it to get up and away and grow away from any flea beetle attacks. So the pesticides we use don't seem to have any effect on them. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So yeah, George has been drilling some more cover crops. And yeah, we're getting some of them in. As I showed you in the last video, with a lot of seed and a lot to drill. So yeah, that's going on besides combining. And Derek keeps working a bit of land, but he's getting caught up to the balers at the minute. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and we'll catch you at the end. And there we have it, all the rape from this season. So yeah, easily fitted in the shed. Some of it will have to be dressed to get the rough grass seeds out, and well, it's the barley mainly, but yeah. Just started cutting wheat again. This is a second wheat. I believe it's Skyscraper, I think. Double check on that. But yeah, it's fit. But, not yielding too well on at the minute, but yeah, at least it's dry. Yeah, we've got that other field finished, and it was Skyscraper, and yeah, it's yielded fairly well. It's yielded 3.69 tonnes an acre, that's at 75 bushel weight, and that's all over the weighbridge, and it's dry weight that, because it's nice and dry. So yeah, very pleasing that as a second wheat. We've just moved into another field now, and yeah, it's going well. And you see the sun's just starting to set. We're going to carry on for a few hours yet and just make the most of it. Yeah, this dry weather. So yeah, it's going well at the present. There goes Dave. We've just got him loaded. Yeah, this other field, yeah, it's also a second wheat. Yeah, and it's also Skyscraper. Yeah, it's only 2 fields of second wheat we're growing this year. We try not to grow second wheats, or many second wheats. We like to have first wheats. So yeah, but anyway, we'll get this cut, and then hopefully then we'll be on some first wheats, and then we'll see how they're yielding. Hopefully they'll yield as well as what that Bamford's done. But yeah, fingers crossed. Mesmerising watching that, very therapeutic. I don't have come out the unloading auger at a fast rate. Yeah, keeps the trailer men on the toes. What I tend to do is load the first tank full themselves from the front, and then I'll load it from the front to the back, because I find it's easier to slow up rather than push the stick forward, because you can block the combine up. So if you keep slowing up and load it from front to back, yeah, it's a lot better. That's in my opinion anyway. Well, today I thought I would have a chat about automation on combine harvesters. Most manufacturers are fitting automated drive systems to the high-end combines, and ours is no exception. On the Claas we have Cemos, what they call Cemos Automatic, which looks after the driving of the combine, the settings, the grain quality, and various other things, and it all to help the driver on these long days. even though they might be well experienced. So yeah, I'm going to have a look at that when we get going, looking at the screen. So yeah, hope you find it useful. Yeah, one thing I didn't say about these automatic systems, what fit the combine, and Cemos Automatic in particular, what applies to my combine, it helps you get maximum performance out of the combine, which is a big plus, because yeah, even the most experienced operator can't do it as well as this can. 15, well, I don't know, 12 hours a day, say 12, 13 hours a day. It's always wanting to get, if you so wish, to get maximum performance out of the combine, and it's adjusting it constantly, as you'll see. Well, this is the screen I'm faced with, and basically it's a picture of the combine. So you've got your threshing, your drum there, concaves, that's one section, then you've got your rotors there, then you've got your cleaning system set up, which is here. And if you notice, there's an A, the A in 3 of them, and that stands for it's in automatic now. So at the heart of the system, well, what's fairly important to the system is a grain quality camera, what monitors all the time clean grain going into your tank. I can't show you a picture of it because the video, the camera, it's working all the time, but for some reason I can't get the camera up on my screen at the minute. But it monitors for any bits of straw in the tank, any cracked grains, and it helps. The adjustments are made with the help of the video image. It actually identifies cracked grains and straw and chaff, and yeah, helps to adjust the settings depending on how you want them. Because that's interesting. Now that symbol's come on there, that means it's learning. The system is constantly adjusting and learning. So what's happening now, it's trying a different setting. It's opened the concave up wider, and the drum speed's maybe gone up to 840, 40. But it's see if it can make any difference to my output. So it'll settle down in a minute. While I'm talking, we'll keep an eye on that. It'll either adjust to that speed or it'll go back to its original setting. Yeah, it's all the time adjusting, trying to optimise the settings you've put into it. So yeah, another time it might be adjusting the fan speed, or there, but it might get rid of that. Or the sieves, it'll be altering the sieves. That might shut down to 7mm on the bottom, and that opens up to 14mm. It's all the time trying, constantly adjusting, more than what a human would be able to do. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been driving combines for a lot of years, you know, 30 odd years now, but it's on the ball all the time. You know, it don't matter if it's had a late night or an early start, it's fresh. There we go, it's gone back to automatic now. Well, it's decided to shut the concave down from that 29 down to 21, and it's kept the RPM up on the rotor, on the drum rather, to 830, 840. So yeah, you saw it happening there. And they all do that, all get an arrow pointing to them, and even the rear rotors, and it even adjusts the what they call the bomb doors, the rotor flaps on the Claas. Yeah, it'll adjust them open and shut, which is to get the best output. Sometimes you have to give it a bit of a nudge, but yeah, anyway, then you can alter things manually. You can put into settings, which I'll show you, what if you've got any preset desired, whether you want it the sample cleaner or you want more throughput. Just depends on how you want it to drive. Yeah, in days gone by, before all these automated systems was available, yeah, it relied on the operator getting to a thin patch of crop, and then it would push on a bit faster to keep the output up, or slow down then when it got to a real heavy bit, which, you know, you can sustain some of the time, but you can't be doing it constantly within seconds. But that's the beauty with this system, it's always monitoring your yield monitor and tons per hour, so it knows to speed up and slow down. If it senses there's not much crop going into the machine through sensors in your in your header, in your trunking of your header, it actually knows to speed up. And then when it gets a lot denser, if it gets above losses as well, preset losses, it slows down. And yeah, it's constantly doing it. Yeah, not even the best operator in the world can sustain that. Indefinitely light throughout the day. So yeah. Anyway, we'll have a look at the cruise control settings next. Yeah, at the minute we're doing 4.3k and with an output of 48 tonnes an hour roughly. Sometimes nudging 50, 47 there. Anyway, so yeah, we'll go into automatic and then we'll look at the cruise pilot next. Well, if it gets to a thin bit of crop, it's set here to a maximum of 6k, so it won't exceed going above 6k. So which you set yeah, so I can alter that, so I can go 6.1, 6.2, tick it. So if I come to a real thin bit of crop now, it'll accelerate up to a maximum 6.2, but sometimes you don't want it accelerating and taking off with you, so it's like out of control. So you might want it a bit less than that, down to 5. But in wheat at the minute, that's what it's set for, and that seems to work at the minute. So we've set in, and the forward speed's accelerating. So it's going to get to, let's go back a level. Yeah, so it's getting onto it's watching the loss monitors, and it's accelerating now up to the speed. See, we're up to 5.4k, and the yield's the same, or just a bit. It's a bit less. That's why we're going faster. So it knows to go faster. But yeah, losses are up now, so it's hit the threshold of what I've set it to, as we discussed in another video. So now that speed is slowing up, and it'll keep doing that. It's watching. There's loads of sensors all over the combine, and it's monitoring a lot of different things. But anyway, we'll go into another setting now and go back to the automatic, so see what we can do. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, so one nice feature on this is optimization strategy. So we'll click on that and it comes up with a box like that. So click on that again. Right, here we are, optimization strategy. Now we can set how the combine, you want the combine to run. So either you want smoother threshing, if you want to look after the straw and not crack the grains, so many grains, or increase throughput. So, and then we go to improve threshing or increase throughput. So it's a balancing act. Then you've got improved cleanliness, which I want a lot of cleanliness because we don't like a lot of rubbish going into store, or increased throughput. Well, on that setting, it'll open your bottom sieves up more, it'll open the sieves up so it'll let more rubbish through and into the tank. But to adjust it, all you've got to do is tap on it. So I've reduced that now, or I can go the other way to increase throughput. So now it'll be opening my sieves up. It'll take a few seconds, but it'll start. Look, they're opening up now. My top siev's gone to 14, 9, and it'll keep widening them a bit to get it to go faster. So look, we're up to nearly 60 tonnes an hour now. We really are starting to motor on, but that's a bit of a compromise of the sample in the tank. But we don't like it too messy, so yeah, we'll go back and put it how it was. It's a simple enough setting to do, so we'll go back to grain cleanliness, we'll go back and put it to maximum, well, clean as I can get it. And then you've got straw quality at the bottom. Well, I know they're baling it, but we're not bothered. I want to get it cut. I want maximum output, so I'm not bothered about the straw quality. The baler men will sort that out, and then how they get it baled. Sorry, baler men. But so yeah, that's on maximum. I want to increase throughput, so that means on my other screen, go back, my rotor speed will be flat out nearly, that's about flat out, and really aggressive, and it'll shut my concave up a bit more to thrash it hard. But yeah, there's loads of different options. Yeah, and one final thing we've got, suggested optimization. So I'll click on that, then it asks me questions. So it's asking me that the grain cleanliness display is identical with how it is in the tank, if it's looking the same. So I'll press OK, which it is, and it keeps giving me suggestions like that of things to do, like, you know, I could get a bit more output if I let it adjust something. So if I want to let it adjust it, I'll click OK, and it's constantly giving me some ideas how to go about it and do things. So yeah, it's a really good system. Okay, it adds a bit up to the price of the setup. It's not cheap, but if it adds £20,000 to the price of the combine, that's cheap really. I know it sounds a lot, but when you're paying $500,000 or more for a combine, that is well worth buying to get extra output from the combine. So yeah, with no hesitation, I would recommend getting it on the options list to get maximum output from your combine. So yeah, I hope that's answered a few questions about the setup. Anyway, if you've got any comments and you want to ask any more questions, just drop them in the box below please, and I'll try and do my best to answer them. Meanwhile, while we're combining, George's been busy topping some rough land with our own little multi-cut topper, which is only 3 metres wide, but he had to put it on his 939 because that's all the tractors that were available. Anyway, at least it played into his hands. It was better because he could let the tyres right down, because there was some real deep ruts in this particular field that he was bouncing over. So putting it on the 939 and letting the tyres right down gave him a real soft ride. So yeah, just shows you, as long as you're careful with all that power, you can use smaller implements on them. Just called in at our local Claas dealer. We've had a bit of a breakdown with a tensioner bolt snapped on the feeder housing. But, they'll soon get sorted. Let's have a mooching around their yard. That looks a good tool. Horse Joker. Yeah, 12 metres. Yeah, do with that. Yeah, maybe that one would be more of a better option. Smaller one. Drill. Another horse sprayer, a bit smaller one to mine. Smart. Anyway, we'll go get sorted. Yeah, just got back from Claas Eastern. I'll show you what happened. Rather annoying really, because we nearly finished the field. It was about 8:30 last night, and yeah, that's when it happened. But anyway, I'll turn the camera around, show you what's gone. Yeah, the feeder housing, it stopped turning. The warning light come on saying it stopped, and when on investigation, the chain had jumped into this side. It jumped off its guidance rails, and what happened on this side, see there, on there should be a bolt, and that's the adjuster and what you tension it up with, and it had actually snapped and let go, and all this had gone back into the trunking, and it gone slosh sideways, and it fetched the chain off. But yeah, not a serious breakdown, but just a niggling one. But yeah, they'll soon have us back up and running. Yeah, that's the other side. That's what it should look like when it's right. Oh, that's good service. Somebody's been to Sleaford depot to fetch the spare parts, so we shan't be long, soon be up and running. She's coming through now, that's it, she's located. Yep. Yeah, it's looking clever, that is. You can't beat a big hammer. No. All finished, thanks to Claas Eastern. Yep, brilliant job that, spot on. We're ready to go, but don't know whether you can see where the camera's picking it up. It's raining, so I'm afraid we shan't be going. Yeah, full marks to Claas Eastern for getting us repaired and sorted out. Yeah. Anyway, they sourced the part and got us up and running again, but yeah, just unfortunately, yeah, it's raining. So anyway, I'll have a bit of dinner now. Well, sprayer has had its final wash down. It's all ready to go. Can't see very well there, but yeah, that's all we're leaving on. One nozzle. We want the others on the new sprayer. So I've stripped them all off, and that's all we get when the new sprayer comes, is one nozzle on it. So yeah, we're leaving the ones that want replacing. So yeah, final clean down, looks smart. Yeah, soon we're taking it in. Well, we've arrived with the sprayer. Yeah, to be honest, it's a sad moment this, bringing the sprayer in. Well, looking forward to the new one, but yeah, it's been a damn good sprayer really. But yeah, all things change. Well, that's it. All dropped off, decoupled. Yeah, leaving it now. And then we're going to pick the other one up in another week or so's time, whenever we need it. Get it rigged up anyway. George is here at Elsham, drilling cover crops for what's going into the FSI scheme with the heaver and multi-seeder. And yeah, this field will be in for the foreseeable future. It's light and sandy. Plus it's an awkward field to get to. It's isolated. We have to go through the middle of the wood to get to it. So yeah, it's good being in a scheme. This picture shows the herbal lays what were direct drilled at Elsham Country Park last week, have well chitted. So there is some moisture under there, and they're growing away really well. We've got the balers chasing us out the fields. Well, not quite, but yeah, we've got the balers here from Tag Agri, and they're baling all the straw and chasing it off the fields, and we're making a big stack down at the farmyard again. Yeah, the device on the front of the tractor is like a big roller, and it's just pushing the straw down in the swath. So when it's a real thick swath of straw, it pushes it down and it flows under the tractor nicely. And yeah, the pickup reel on the baler picks it up easy, and yeah, it just helps the job along. So obviously there's not the trail of straw isn't very thick just here, but yeah, it comes into its own when you get a really thick straw or a big lump. It sort of evens it out for the baler. Just opening another wheat field up, getting through them now, surely but steadily. Yeah, nearly empty. Yeah, long may this dry weather continues. And we'll soon have harvest 2024 wrapped up. We're in one of my favourite fields, this. It's got some nice slopes in it. As you can see, this is a dragon bee, spring barley. Yeah, very light land here, not doing too bad. You can see the push bikes and motorbikes have been up here. Beggars. But anyway, can't do much about it. Here's the view across it. Undulations in this field. On that note, that's the end of this week's video diary on the farm. Hope you enjoyed it. Harvest is we're getting towards the end now, so that's good. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and if you have enjoyed it, please hit that like, share and subscribe, and we'll catch you again next week.